spring is in the air, and the air just feels and smells so fresh, and things are starting to dry out, and the snow's all gone. Got a new little addition to the family. This is Coco. And the video that I'm going to do today is about tips and tricks on how to save money and do things a little bit different, or just think about things a little differently. And as you can see, I'm fencing in 3 acres of my property for the goats. And I'm going to turn the goats on that this summer to graze. And I kind of got to thinking about like the chickens, and you might have neighbors that have dogs. You know, how do you keep them out of your chickens and so forth? I've got a little trick that's worked really well. I'm going to show that to you, and also how to insulate your water pipes on the cheap. So stick around. Fencing, I don't know if you have any trouble with dogs that try to get into your chickens, and I've had a lot of problems with that. I had one neighbor in particular that had a lot of dogs that kept getting out, and they get into the chickens that I had. So I finally came up with a way that keeps some dogs from digging under that fence and getting into your chickens. And basically I just take a 4-foot roll of that welded wire fencing, I cut it in half so it's about 2 feet wide, and I put that under the fence, flat on the ground, laying flat, wired up underneath, and that way when those dogs try to dig under that fence, they're digging that wire, and they'll eventually give up because they keep getting their paws hung in those wires, and it'll make their paws sore, and then after a while they give up and they go away. But anyway, you can see it right here, and then it even extends into the chicken run a little bit. And I just put this all the way around, even under the T-posts and everything here, so you can really see, you know, how that works. And then here you can see that, you know, I've got it tied to the fence, and it even goes across over to the post that I've got in the ground, and it works really well. Coyotes, neighbors' dogs, you know, mountain lions don't really try to dig, but it keeps out the varmints that do the digging. So that's worked out really well for me. And the other thing that I want to talk about is pipe insulation. You know, I use this PEX pipe in my house throughout, and Lowe's and Home Depot sell this kind of a closed cell foam rubber pipe insulation stuff. You can see that it's got this peel sticky stuff, and you put that on there, and this stuff is like almost $7 for a section, and it's about 6 feet long. And the issue that I have with this most of all is that even if I put it under the house or in a building, it seems to oxidize, you know, not even being exposed directly to sunlight. This stuff will eventually just kind of like turn to a mushy, powdery stuff. You touch it and it just sort of sloughs, and I haven't liked it at all. Now, Home Depot also sells another one that's another kind of foam, and it holds up pretty well, and you can get that one as cheap as $2 for a stick like this. But what I do is I go to the dollar store and I get these pool noodles. These are, I don't know, 4.5, maybe 5 feet long, and I can take and just run my pipe straight into that. It's a 3/4 inch pipe, and you can see I've even got some play in that. It's not enough play that I'm able to put heat tape in there with it, but it's enough play that you can actually slide this over your pipe, and then once you got it over your pipe, I just put some duct tape around that, and it works very well. I've never had to run my heat tape with this stuff at all. If it's not exposed to the sun, it lasts forever, and I haven't had any troubles with it oxidizing from being exposed to the air like this black foam stuff does. And I have had this on occasion where I wasn't able to disconnect an end of the pipe, so I have had to cut it, and then I just put duct tape over that to seal it back together, and it's worked fine. I haven't had any troubles at all. So almost $7, $1. Nice and cheap. And plus you can get it in really cool colors too.